Thank you, Mr. Chairman, Ranking Member Bustani, members of the subcommittee. I appreciate this opportunity to testify about the filing season and our 2011 budget. 2010 filing season has proceeded smoothly thus far. Telephone assister levels of service have improved since last year when they declined due to unprecedented demand and enactment of tax-related legislation. Accuracy rates and customer tax law account questions remain very high. Overall, filing is down a little bit at this point, which we think is due to the severe snowstorms and weather. E-file remains up, and the trend continues in the right direction where we're getting more electronic filing. I would also mention that in this challenging economy, average refunds are up by about $266 this year to about $3,036 this year. We've taken several steps this year, building on steps we took last year, to help taxpayers through some of these unprecedented, difficult times. The most notable that I'd mention is I announced earlier this month that we are changing the eligibility rules for our offer and compromise program where someone can settle a tax debt. In the past, you looked at 3-year average earnings, so you looked back, and someone who lost a job would average in when they had a job their earnings. Now we're just looking at current income, making settlement offers with people, and then if they get a job, we'll do an adjustment in the future. We also mentioned, Mr. Chairman, as you mentioned as well, we're holding special Saturday open houses. We're assembling all the people needed to make a decision and solve taxpayer problems on the spot. We'll hold about 1,000 of those this year, the first one this Saturday. We are also working hard to implement the recent hiring incentives to Restore Employment Act, also known as the Jobs Act, where people receive a 6.2% payroll tax incentive that goes directly to small businesses. We're working on guidance. By second quarter, people will be able to claim that, and that should help with jobs in this economy. We're looking forward to supporting that legislation. In recognition of the critical role that the IRS plays in this economy, the President has given us a judicious investment in both service and enforcement programs in his 2011 budget. That budget is going to allow us to carry out things like our continued focus on offshore tax evasion, our focus on making sure high-income individuals and corporations pay the proper amount of taxes, our effort to oversee the tax return preparer community, which is integral to our strategy for compliance and service, and will also give us the funds to finish our tax account database projects, which is going on for a number of years. We'll be able to complete it for the 2012 filing season, assuming Congress approves the budget. Let me end by giving you a quick update on the incident in Austin where an individual flew a plane into an IRS building, killing one of our employees. This was an incredibly sad event for the IRS, but it's also an event that reminded me of the important work that the men and the women of the IRS do every day, and that it's work that is sometimes not appreciated by those who would blame this agency for the nation's tax laws. First, I will tell you we have no reason to believe that this attack could have been prevented, and we have no reason to believe that this was part of any organized opposition to the agency. However, I'm very concerned that this incident not fan the flames of ignorance about the IRS's core mission and our approach. While we do engage in compliance activities for the small portion of Americans who aren't paying their fair share of taxes, the vast majority of our work is serving the hardworking taxpayers of this country, processing returns, sending out refunds, answering questions on the phone, trying to help people navigate a complex tax system. I'm incredibly appreciative of the support that this committee has shown the agency during the difficult days after Austin, and I request that all members of the committee join me in explaining to the public that the vast majority of Americans experience an IRS that is merely trying to help them process a tax return and get a refund, and that at its core, we're an agency of public servants working to serve the American people. Mr. Chairman, this concludes my oral testimony. I'm happy to answer questions.